Beatbox created. And we're here to talk about world music and street culture.
Killa Kela Podcast.
How we feeling? Make some noise, gang! Wow, we were. This is the Killa Kela Podcast live streamed live show, for those of you that don't know. It's a pleasure. We are now transmitting live at the Paradise, Northwest London, that's it. Central London, or as central as you need to fucking be. Yeah, we can swear. Yeah, let's see who's on today. On tonight's Killa Kela Podcast live show. From the critically acclaimed drama Top Boy, Alessandro Babalola, a.k.a. Hayes, is inside the live show. Talking in depth on the world of Top Boy, the cast, behind the scenes, his story, and a whole lot more. Batten down your bass bins, the Beatbox Collective have landed inside the venue. Bass 6, Hobbit, Zany and the team are here to talk beatbox, live shows, this year's upcoming Beatbox Championships. This one's not to be missed. Also on the level up, Grime MC and all-rounder, the mighty Merkston is touching down inside the podcast. Lyricist and collaborator, we're going to be talking about his current legacy, the grime scene and a whole lot more. Plus live we have DJ Jon1st, drill rapper Metal and UK hip-hop's Tommy Evans, as well as fashion talk with Mr. Normski, rapper Twan the Don from Miami, Deno Driz, and a big farewell to foreign beggars. This is your Killa Kela Podcast live show. So this is it. We are live. If you're out there, please share. I repeat, share. Do not sleep on my repeat. Share. Show all your friends. What are you doing here?
Oh, fuck knows.
Ladies and gentlemen, SJ inside the ride. How are you feeling tonight?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good actually. Yeah. I don't know because I think you're going to get me on a memory game, and I'm a bit concerned about my memory right now.
Well, funny you say that. Maybe we are going to get you on a memory game. Let's see how many drinks you really have had pre-show, SJ.
Fuck's sake.
Right, SJ. Listen, so here's what we're going to do, okay? We do this every week, okay? So please humour me. We are doing a competition for you. Get a chance to win a trip on the River Thames, all courtesy of us, okay? But what you got to do is you got to guess what's on this here plate. You got 10 seconds to do it, to remember as many as you can, and then by doing so, I want you to go on the comments. First person to get on the comments and get all of them right correctly wins the trip. Are you ready?
Do you know what? I fucking love a boat ride, so I really want to win this. I really want to win this. Let's go.
You better get your eyes on 10 seconds starts now.
Fuck's sake, you moved
Hold on, reload that. What's going on here? Hold on, is that one? Is it that one I'm using? Right, we're going to do this again, because we don't want to cheat you, any of you, okay? You ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
See? I see, please. Can I please see?
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. All right. Did you get anything?
Scissors, cloud, wiggly worm. I don't know. Fucking lightning cloud. I don't know. Fuck's sake.
Oh, you're doing all right, girl. Get your comments down on the bottom of there. How's about we see what's been going on for the last year in the world of the podcast? We've had loads of guests. Let's run that, G. And that's just the start of it. That's just a little peeky of it. If you tune in, that's right. If you tune in every week, I do 2 podcasts a week for your ass, okay? So make sure you subscribe, tell a friend and all that business. But, of course, we're on a monthly right here. SJ, I know you're out there. What's been going on the floor?
Welcome to the Killa Kela live podcast. We're in a new venue because we kind of got chucked out of the old one due to legal reasons, but we won't talk about that. Anyway, would you like to come and see the new venue? Hello. Hello, the hated.
Hello.
You can't show his face. Fucking criminal. Sorry.
We just want to be anonymous, that's all.
So, how are you?
I'm very well.
That's good. What do you want to tell us about? I've noticed on your Instagram the other day that you're doing some sort of mental health thing.
Yeah, so basically we've remixed the Mind logo for the mental health shop. We're going to do some t-shirts, and then with the profits from that, or with like £10 from every sale, we're going to go into Mind, and then we're going to buy anything for whatever, £500, and then we're going to auction that money and give that to Mind also.
I love these boys.
Rub the lotion on your skin, throw the lotion in the basket. I will show you how I beat this ratchet Debbie with this hatchet. Show you how I beat this ratchet Debbie with this hatchet. Only do it to remove.
So I'm with Twan the Don. I can't say it very well. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Twan the Don.
What's your real name?
Antoine.
Antoine. I can't say it yet. Antoine the Don. So where are you from?
From Miami, Florida.
Miami. Oh, okay. So tell us, what's great about Miami?
I guess the beaches. Yeah, a lot of people come to Miami for the beaches. South Beach, Wynwood. We're really big in the art scene as well. So yeah, art and the beaches. That's a lot of people come to Miami for.
It's amazing. So what are you doing in the UK?
I honestly came out here to meet some friends that I've known for years that I made music with. It's just that a matter of time to come out here, explore a new part of the world, meet friends that I knew, things like that. So
you're a part of a collective, aren't you? I was having a look earlier. What's the collective?
After Death Society. Yeah, based out of Miami.
So tell me about that. What's that all about?
It's a collective of artists, creatives, different creatives, designers. We have photographers, poets. This is a collective of different creatives that come together and do what we truly love to do, is create art.
Have you got any new music out or anything?
Yes, I do. I recently dropped a song called Free Agent featuring Envy. He's also a part of the collective After Death Society. And that's out. It's going to be out everywhere, but for now it's on SoundCloud.
Okay, I did check him out earlier on SoundCloud, so I think you guys should too. And it's been really nice meeting you. Enjoy your time in the UK.
Thank you, I will. Thank you so much.
You're going to warm up those hands, though. They're really cold.
Ratchet Debbie with this hatchet. Only do it to remove her from a plastic, and that's it.
What are we saying about it here on the floor? Floor, where are you? It's like a symphony out there. A symphony, I tell you. Let's get the first guest on.
From the critically acclaimed drama Top Boy, Alessandro Babalola, aka Hayes, is inside the live show. Talking in depth on the world of Top Boy, the cast, behind the scenes, his story, and a whole lot more.
Alessandro Babalola inside the place. How are you? Get down here. Come hither. Take a seat. Make some noise, Alessandro, inside the place. Come on. Woo! Well, I have to say, first of all, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling ecstatic.
You're feeling like a dungeon dragon. Yeah, it's a pleasure to see you, and thank you so much for coming through, bro.
My pleasure, my bro.
I have to say to you, I'm not going to lie, I had the nerves when I saw you, because the way that you're depicted in Top Boy is just like another... You must get... You right? You must get that all the time.
Yeah, people see me on the streets and they sort of, they shout all my quotes at me, and they sort of try and avoid making eye contact with me whilst at the same time staring me down. So, it's a sort of a weird thing whereby they're afraid of the character but desperate to talk to me at the same time. Yeah.
It's like that. It's like the forbidden fruit, isn't it? It's like, you want to have a chat, but it's like, yeah, I know that one. I definitely had that vibe. But as soon as you come in, the most humblest, sweetest guy. I know you guys have all met him this evening. He's Top Boy, right? Yeah. Literally. There you go. So let's start from the beginning, bro, because little bird tells me that your pops was originally from this actual area.
Yeah,
right?
man, my dad was born and raised in NW10, Kensal Rise. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, they piped up as soon as they hear the postcode. See,
Yeah,
that's
my
early.
dad. Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks that's your pops. How long have you been doing the acting thing? Because it seems like all these things, you know, when it suddenly blows, it's like, yo, that guy. But it takes time, doesn't it?
Bro, I've been grinding. Obviously, my dad's a writer, my mum's a teacher, so I was always around the arts. Growing up, I just, you know, I was exposed, taken to the theatre a lot, watched a lot of films all the time, so it was always just going in my head. Taken to theatre schools, grew up, went to university and studied at a drama school, graduated from drama school, grinded all the way through the theatre world. So I was doing like plays in Camden, West End, all over the country, so like Cornwall, Devon. Worked my ass off on stage, won a Laurence Olivier Award, which is like, which is like as high an honor as you can receive. It's like literally the Oscars of theatre. Won the Laurence Olivier Award and then got spotted on stage by the creator of Top Boy. Yeah, man, it was like that. It was like that.
Come on.
And then he came to me after the show and he was just like, dude, I want you to audition for Top Boy. And like, when I finally came around to speaking after the shock of even knowing that he wanted to talk to me, that was mind-blowing. I was just like, cool. And then he was like, your audition was in 2 days. I auditioned 2 days later, then I had the call back 2 days later, and then literally, bang, the role was
Hold on,
mine.
breaks. So you had 2 days after being asked to get your shit together. I would have just been like fragile.
Whilst at the same time doing a run of a play at the Soho Theatre. So I was doing a play and I was being asked to audition for something at the same time. So I had to really like split my mind, you know?
How awesome is it though to know that what you're doing at that one particular time, there's something else, like there's something kindling in the other pocket.
Dude, it's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful feeling, especially when you're getting all these good reviews, you're getting award nominations, and then like people are coming up to you saying, "What's next?" And you're like, kind of like the biggest comeback show in the history of like London urban television. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when it comes to Top Boy, for me, it depicts so deeply the way life is. Like, even if you're not from that world, you know people that there's a common association.
Bro, big time. And for me, it's even more. I was born and raised in East London, right? I'm from like Leighton, Stratford area. That's where I'm from.
Right.
So basically, we got some East Londoners in the house, yeah? Yeah, don't know. Yeah, you don't know, yeah. So like, I was born and raised there. So essentially, every story, I mean, dude, like my whole road, my whole area has literally been Top Boy for years. I'm not even joking. Like, as recently as a couple of days ago, some Top Boy stuff went down. I'm not gonna start naming names, but the point I'm trying to make is that like,
I cannot add those beatbox edits at all. He says this is like live as he gets. But there is a huge similarity and a real focus on authenticity when it comes to that show.
Oh yeah, man, and the quality control is high. It's high. So, and they're doing a service to London. You know what I mean? Because they're telling stories that need to be told. It's about the underbelly of society, especially with the way Hackney's so gentrified now. People can be thinking, oh, none of that stuff happens. But bro, the truth is, anyone from London will know. It doesn't matter how gentrified an area gets.
I'm telling you,
all that stuff still takes place. You know?
Real talk. And here's the other thing as well that's really important to factor in is like, as a creative person, that in itself is a ball ache to try and survive in London with the way the rates and the gentrification is.
Dude, London is like, I think it's a conversation I have every other day about, well, I mean, it's not so much a problem for me now, but, you know, once upon a time, how to survive in London was a real, especially, how do you leave London? Are you from London?
Yeah, well, I've been here for 25 years.
Bro, you're a Londoner. Once you've lived here, you're a Londoner. That's a fact of life. And, I mean, everybody's always thinking about it. But if you can stay here, because it's like, does everybody agree that London's a great city? You know what I'm saying? So
I'm saying, but it's all about trying to stay on the ride. It's like a wild horse that you just got to that's the thing with being creative. That's the thing with like following your dreams and ambitions in any city, I would imagine. You know what I mean? For real. In terms of like when you got into the theatre world, because I hear these stories about like how this becomes your terrain, this becomes your paddock to learn shit. Yeah. Is that the case in the theatre world? Do you really cut your chops over there?
Dude, I always say this, right, with acting, you get better at stage, but it never gets easier. Never gets easier, because with stage, right, there's no limitation. So on screen, I can only play characters that fit my physical profile, right? So I could never play unless there's some brave, wild director that wants to take a really strange risk. You're never going to catch me playing Abraham Lincoln on screen, right? But on stage, I could literally play Abraham Lincoln. The way stage is, there's no rules. Men play women, men play white, black guys play white people, girls play boys. It doesn't matter. There is no rule on stage. So with stage, I could go from playing Barack Obama 1 minute to playing Blackbeard the Pirate the next minute. So it never gets easy. Whereas on screen, you tend to play roles within a similar bracket. So what they say about screen, or what I say, not what they say, what I say is that it gets better and it gets easier. Feel me? So you definitely
100%.
cut your chops on stage.
That is so cold. And also what is equally cold. Here's what it is, in a nutshell. Just be great. Just be great, innit? It's like if you cut through the mustard no matter what role you're playing, no matter how up the pecking order of theatre or movies or whatever you are. It's just, I mean, you've proven that as, you know, greatness stands, man. I love your character in Top Boy.
Bro, love for that, man.
Like, bounty hunter, kind of like, this shit. You know what I mean?
Terminator.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So what's the future? What's the plans, man?
Dude, I start filming a Hollywood film in 2 days. Yeah, man. It's like that, man. It's for real. Thank you. Then after that, so I can't give names. I wish I could just splurge everything here exclusively, but I gotta keep it under wraps just because I've signed a contract, which means I can get killed if I'm joking. I won't get killed, but still, the point is I can't give them.
This ain't Top Boy No War, baby. This is Hollywood Hills, baby.
Yeah. So I start filming a Hollywood film in 2 days, and then after that, I'm doing an ITV series. So I'm busy, man. I'm busy. Yeah.
What are you saying? Yeah,
I'm also working on this incredible exhibition that's going on next year in like January in Shoreditch with an incredible company called Kanaiza, Kanaiza. It's a really incredible exhibition about African immigration in London told through the gaze of the living rooms and the living room experience. So that's gonna be nuts. So like, I'm an artist, bro. I just stay busy in every medium.
Yeah. What are you doing with that? Yeah, what's that? What is that?
Exhibition?
Yeah.
So basically, it's an exhibition looking at the way in which African immigrants that arrived in London in like the 60s and 50s basically brought their culture with them into the living rooms that they lived in London. So we're gonna have an exhibition that has a lot of like a whole bunch of living room installations, you know, based on different cultures and just taking all the paraphernalia, you know. So that's gonna be in Shoreditch next year, January, with a company called Kanaiza. That's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be crazy.
I stay busy, bro.
You are, bro. You're busy, but also you're multi-creative. I love that about artists. It ticks every switch I got. Yeah. Bro, I wish you all the best.
Thank
I swear
you very
to God.
much.
And thank you so much for passing through.
Oh, bro,
it means a great deal.
Pleasure.
Will you make some noise for Alessandro Babalola?
Shout out Killa Kela, you know. Shout out Killa Kela. Yes.
That's my G. Thank you so much. Listen, we only just getting started here, baby boy. Okay, now we're going over to the live beatbox. I'm calling it the beatbox now because, you know, it's my show. So I'm going to do that. It's my show. Right, so we're going to go like this. I had the privilege of the Midlands finest, DJ Jon1st, DMC DJ Championship, to pass through my gaff and give a performance. I had to jump in. Let's run that. Live inside the beatbox, you know what it is. Killa Kela Podcast. We have the mighty Jon1st, DMC champion.
Back to the studio, Jon1st.
How was that for you? Come on! Hey, listen, we don't just do this in our sleep, you know. This shit takes a little bit of time. Let's run the second guest, G!
Batten down your bass bins, the Beatbox Collective have landed inside the venue. Bass 6, Hobbit, Zany and the team are here to talk beatbox, live shows, this year's upcoming Beatbox Championships. This one's not to be missed.
Come here, they come. Hobbit, Bass 6, Zany. Oh, my boys. Merkston ain't here yet. Get yourselves a seat. We got 3 chairs. Yeah. Oh, my God. You know what I mean? This is worse than supermarket sweeps sometimes, you know what I mean? Okay, everyone take a seat. So, as I just mentioned, Merkston isn't here yet, but he's definitely on the rise, okay? Literally. So, without a shadow of a doubt, would you please, once again, make some noise for the Beatbox Collective that are in the house? There you go. Right, so how are we feeling, boys?
Good, man.
Having the time of our lives. Thanks for having us down.
It's good, right? It's good. Yeah, go on that side. You go on that side. You go and make your presence felt around the back there. All right, we're doing it like this. There we go. Ah, brilliant. This is like school time, right? Where's your mic? There we go. We're getting there on here. Now listen, without question, I don't need these things. The blast shielders are down. Yeah. I know exactly what I'm talking about when I come to these guys. This here is the premier Beatbox Collective crew. Without question. These guys are the embodiment of the collective vibe, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Explain how this thing came about in a nutshell.
The Beatbox Collective, I guess we've all kind of been beatbox buddies for the past 15
16,
years.
17, maybe.
We're getting old, man. We're getting old. We all met on the beatbox battle scene and jamming and all this kind of stuff in the early days of beatboxing in the UK. And then in about 2012, 2011, a beautiful and amazing festival called Shambhala actually kind of put the group together in a sense. But there was about 10 of us at the time.
10 of you?
10 of us.
Why?
10 of us on a line check. That was, the joy of the sound engineer.
That shit must have been like feedback central.
Oh, yeah. The sound guys loved us.
Things could go really well or not at all.
Yeah, but like I say, we've always been jamming and meeting each other on the scene and getting involved. So it was kind of a natural progression to make some music together.
Yeah, I really get the idea that you guys are not only buddies, but you literally live and do your stuff as an organism all the time.
It's so fun because, you get to do what you love and be with friends and experience that energy together.
Yeah.
And because it's so nice that how the scene has progressed and to share that passion together with someone is just like an incredible feeling.
Yeah.
Because they feel it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just can't describe it really. So, yeah.
What's the biggest argument you lot have ever had?
Who's doing the bass line?
Yeah.
Is it bass line fights?
Absolutely, yeah. It's like everyone wants to do it. Everyone wants to do the big drop and everything. But then it's but we're very modest about it. Everyone is very good at knowing each other's vocabulary. So everyone is going, that's your bass. You'll nail it for that one. And then some people are stronger at certain other parts. So then we swap around parts. But then even when we re-rehearse shows, when one member can't do it, that means everyone else has to do completely different parts. And it's absolute nightmare to rework.
Actually, yeah, that's a really good point. Because imagine if you guys were going to go and do a show and you had a Friday show which needed to be in one place and they wanted a certain assemblement of you guys. And then the next day you had to be in another country, another place, and they wanted another...
Logistical nightmare.
It's the so inclusive of concept stuff. 5 gigs one night, 7 different cities? Yeah, go for it. I mean, we are sort of that Wu-Tang clan of beatboxing in the sense of individually everyone is up, down, around the country in different places, but we do sellotape another member on when we do need it. We do it in members when it's 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever the budget can take.
I'm honestly saying, man, I don't know crews that do it so consistently in the sense that you'll weave like songs that people know like super quick, and then you'll like knock them back into other things, and it just I can put my eye on one person and he'll be doing like a multitude of different things just to keep the whole show linear and together.
Oh yeah, and I think there's a lot of what, for me especially, what I've learned with beatboxing with other people consistently and for a show is that a lot of the time I could just be on stage and just be going, and that adds a whole dynamic. You don't need to be doing
find the pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? When it comes to, so I'm just looking because I'm actually thinking we should do something.
Oh yeah, obviously. Yeah.
I'm actually thinking maybe we should like stop prick teasing and actually do some shit. Who wants to hear us do a little buzz or something? You know what I mean?
What genre?
All right, so who's doing the bass?
Rock.
All right, go on. You guys set it off. I'll do some fancy shit over top. How you feeling? You feeling good?
Killa Kela Podcast. I'll do it like this. Beatbox Collective.
Make some noise.
Beatbox Collective.
The hop on.
Well, okay, now listen, before you guys go, please announce the biggest event of the year for us.
Yeah, so we have an amazing event coming up. It is the 2019 UK Beatbox Championships happening on the 23rd and the 24th of November. That's less than 1 week away. The 23rd is sold out, but there's still tickets left for the 24th, the finals.
What?
So come and get involved. There's going to be beatbox battles for all categories, solo, teams, loop station, under 18s. We have showcases from Napalm from the USA, BR,
Massive beatboxer,
dope
Napalm.
beatboxers, amazing judges. We have free workshops going on in the daytime. It's going to be sick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, how much are the tickets?
It is £20 for the finals. Also, it will be free online if you can't make it out on if it's raining or anything like that. It will be streamed both days. Yep, you hear free. You got it right. You get 10 points.
For free if you fancy it. Don't worry. All right.
Comes on just after Football Focus on Saturday.
Yeah. But all information on www.ukbeatboxchampionships.com.
This promo shit clearly isn't their first rodeo. They are smashing this right now.
We've done this once or twice.
Would you please make some noise for Zany Basics, Hobbit, the Beatbox Collective, my guys, family forever. Yes. Right, so without further ado, we can do this. We can do this together. So listen, I was over in South London only a few weeks ago with the mighty Graffiti Kings and Deno Driz. And they had a real special collaboration in progress, so I had to go down and check it out. Run that shit, my friend G. How are we feeling, sir?
Yeah, I'm good, K, you?
Yeah, I'm good. We got G inside the ride as well.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm chilling.
Yeah, chilling hard. What's been the brief on this this whole project?
Dino's team got in touch, said they want to pull wall painted, called the Kings. Kings responded, well, here we are.
Kings in the house.
Yeah, Kings respond.
These are my peoples, man. It's like the bat phone in this place. It's like called Graffiti Kings. But for real, it's looking hot. It's looking sick, right?
Yeah, Mark pulled it out of the bag on this one.
Yeah. And it looks totally like the lifelightness. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
lifelightness. 100%. And D seems super happy about it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's stoked. Painted by GK.
Graffiti Kings is your brand. It's your baby, and it's coming to like some great heights now. And one being the customization program with Lab Bible.
Yeah.
So how's it been like being on the screen?
Nerve-wracking. Yeah, but I got used to it. It was all right. Yeah, I'm sure you'll see.
Gee, let's have a quick talk with regards to the ethos behind Graffiti Kings. Are projects like this, important to you guys as a company and as a team?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I mean, I would say we're born on the streets. No matter where you go, stay true to the streets. So something like this, yes, it's fantastic to be a part of. It's exactly the kind of thing we want to do more of, 100%. Yeah.
We are in Deep South right now with the man of the moment. What you saying, D?
I'm out here, man. What you saying? Good, yeah?
I'm good.
Come on, my bro. Come on, man.
What's going on over here? What's going on in this room?
So obviously right now, yeah, we're in the studio in Bermondsey, and we're getting the eye-to-eye artwork spray painted on the wall. I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's looking lit right now, man.
What's the vibe with that? Because like when I think of like your music, there is a live kind of street vibe to it.
100%.
But I don't always associate it with Graph. You've kind of taken the bull by the horns and gone for it with this one, right?
Man. That's what I'm saying. You just got to try different stuff, man. Like I said, I'm from South London. I'm a singer, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I do a bit of rap here and there.
Yeah.
Just good to, I like mixing stuff together, you know what I'm saying? Trying new things and that.
Yeah.
And to take this whole street-wise, urban thing is just lit, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's lit, man. A lot of your boys did this too. Make some noise, people.
Yeah. Come on, bro. You know
Look, your boys are inside the place,
Yeah, we're here, man.
Yeah.
The designs in here are crazy, bro. Everyone's just trying, you know what I'm saying? Look at that. Look at that one over there, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's just trying, bro.
It's tough. How do you think and operate creatively? What's your thing?
Depends what it is, man. And like what, though? Like music?
Yeah, music, yeah.
So basically what I do is, I don't know, man. I just get inspiration from what's around me, what I see, what happens, you know what I'm saying? What I like.
Yeah.
And then I just put my own spin on everything and just go for it, man. That's me, man. That's me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
South London has always been notorious for graph.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's for me, it's like an intense bang, bang, bang compared to anywhere else in London.
100%, man. South is lit, man.
Enemies everywhere that I ain't heard of. They holding Tuesday, want me gonna say no workshop. Enemies everywhere I ain't heard of. I can't trust these guys, don't they lie, this shit bird box. Enemies everywhere that I ain't heard of. They holding Tuesday, want me gonna say no workshop. Enemies everywhere I ain't heard of. I can't trust these guys, don't they lie, this shit bird box. For real, they envy me, my enemies. Oh God, why you did the jealousy? It's when I made all the money, especially. Now I'm rolling on my own. Don't need a flex for the gram, cause they know I'm a winner. Hell yeah, more fans, so it keeps getting bigger. Too cold, it's mad, how we making them shiver. My bad, I'm new, but you're the beginner. No loud, but we still be zoning. I'm busy, but I still be rolling. And too cold, so I'm ice cream coning. Look now, cause everyone's phoning. Wow.
How was that for the Funky Tech? Yeah. When I say Funk Attack, I mean it, man. This is the Killa Kela Podcast live stream, okay? Going it live all across the world. If you have just joined us, please share, do all the business. Don't sleep on that. Share everything on Facebook. We're doing it like this. Hey, without further ado, can I please introduce to you a very close friend of mine. We're going to go through a fashion segment right here. Mr. Normski inside the place. Come on, son. You look absolutely gorgeous. Sit down. Sit down.
Oh,
Sit
my
down.
good Lord.
Right, so, how are you?
I'm all right. No, sorry about that. Hello, everyone. You all right? Yeah, I'm great, mate. Thanks for inviting me up again. It's lovely to be here.
Listen, you are a fixture of the team and you fucking know it as well.
Team player.
Team player.
Team captain.
We have known each other for how long? Let's give it some numbers.
It's been since the last century.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah, last century. I
Yeah.
mean, that was, quite a while. It's nearly 20 years ago now.
I've been one of my closest friends ever since, I might add. This is an R moment. All together? What better time to do it on your own show? So, listen, we're going to do some funky, fresh and fun stuff right now.
Bro, I tell you what, we got a bag of stuff sent over from some of the coolest brands out there at the second. And we got some fantastic friends of ours. They're going to come up here dressed up.
We got very, very lucky. We have 3 of the utmost respected urban and commercial brands.
It's a funny thing, fashion, isn't it, now, especially in this day and age, because, going back to when we kind of met, there was a few main brands out there, and there was, some big name brands. I don't start naming brands because it's not a big brand thing, but it's incredible how over the last, say, 2 decades, that those big name brands are kind of like just mediocre now.
Yeah, they are.
There's a ton of other brands
crazy,
out
isn't it?
here. There's a new school, a new edition. There's people that are taking ideas from the past. I mean, fashion's a funny thing, and I was just saying to the guys that I don't want to call them models because I think
He's been modelling. He's been doing up all the models.
No.
He's been absolutely fucking loving it.
No, I stepped on one of my model's toes just now and kind of insulted her the way I spoke to her. I didn't mean to do it like that, but fashion is a fierce world. There's no time for emotion in this game, But I do believe it's very important for people to realise that whilst you've got all of these particular looks going on, and there's always been this great thing with, particularly the high street has gone crazy with consumerism, etc.
Yeah.
But it's the people that make the clothes. The clothes don't make the people.
Hey, that's the
so.
There
When
you
you're
go.
going out shopping, I've seen it a lot, and more, just really lazy right now. People just go out and get matching this, matching that, dumb.
That's
Boring. You have to kind of pick stuff and place it with how you are and make it into your jacket or your top or your hat or whatever. You've got a style with your b-ball caps. You're one of the first people I see that. Spin that round, spin that back round. How do you get your brim? How? You're steaming it, right? You steam that, right? Is that like a Killa Kela secret?
Just a lot of stimulation.
Yeah, well, but again, that could have just been like, that could just been what it could have been, a flat cap, whatever, but it's not. It's got the kind of Killa Kela touch.
There you
so
go.
Hopefully, with, what did we get? Oh, yeah,
this
look
is
at my
what
t-shirt.
hold on. I was thinking about this, and it's literally spontaneity that's the key on this one. I was thinking I can do the walk-on music, and you can explain exactly what each individual's wearing.
Oh, okay.
How's that
What you gonna do? Just do it because it's live.
Okay, so are we ready? Let's go with the first model.
Okay,
They're going to come over here and do the whole spin.
Which way are they coming in?
They're coming in from this way.
Okay, where are they? Okay.
No, there they are. Are you ready?
Oh, there she is. Okay, the first model we have is going to be, it looks like it's going to be SJ. SJ is rocking up here in a Scott. Some call it shot, some call it Scott. But I'm talking about this triple fat, full length, like carbon, snakeskin patterned, super fat sleeping bag, stroke tent, stroke mattress, stroke lilo, and it's also a coat.
Make some noise for SJ.
There you go.
So,
I personally actually want that, because in this weather right here in the UK in London, it is freezing.
Freezing right now. And might I just add at this point that Scott...
Scott. What is it? I say Scott.
I say
you say shot.
Shot.
But it's shot. It's shot.
Hey. Chill. But you know what it is? This is like a reputable brand from back in the day. Like they went
1700s and something.
Bro, the rock era, the punk era.
They do leather. They do all the leather. It's very hardware.
They do the whole shit.
You know who we got coming up next? We got the man with the plan.
Okay, let's go for the next one. Round 2.
This is our man Anthony. Big things, Mr. Brown. Now what he's done here is he's taken a traditional leather Scott or shot jacket. It's a motorcycle jacket. That's costing you about $500, that jacket. It's a big piece of leather. Not good for the vegans. But what he's done is he's put it together with a bit of Lovesick limited London business. That hoodie, show them that hoodie with the gold lining. That's me all over with a little flipping ear text. So you got, when you're out in the rave and you're getting hot and sweaty, it's breathable. But what he's done though, he's mixed and matched it with his natural garms. He's got his red check shirt. What's that, Primark or something? Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nothing wrong with that.
Gucci.
Don't try and
let's
frame
be
it.
honest, Gucci must have copied Primark for that pattern. It's Primark. See, that's okay though, because It's what we call high tech and low tech. You mix and match. Mix
You
and
mix
match.
and
Pick
match
and mix,
that
pick and
shit.
mix, mix and match.
Would you make some noise
Make some
for
noise for
Anthony
Axe.
Brown inside the place?
Now our next model, she is superior. It's not going to be the Cowpack girl. It's not.
No, not at all.
It's the lovely Maisie, and she's bussing. She is bossing a big people's coat.
Let's do this.
Let's get it. Look, watch it. Now this is the medium length. It's like she's going to sell me a full capri or something. That is a proper leather coat with the fur inside. This is fake fur for all those animal lovers out there. It's real leather though, but it will keep you warm on a cold day. And if you need to buy yourself a brand new BMW, go and see Maisie. She's got a couple in the back. Love that, love. Love that. Thank you so much.
Make some noise for Maisie inside the place again. Another Scott.
Again, wearing it with her own garms.
Yeah.
I struggled with styling her because she looks so good.
Yeah, already in.
I didn't want to mash up her outfit by putting on some of these local garms.
Already in the pocket.
We got one more supermodel
We got
to
one
come.
more, okay.
She's just wearing it to the.
Let's go.
Here comes Lise. She's the one. Bringing out the Lovesick London two-piece tracksuit with the lips, and in the teeth you got the pills, very rave gear. But it's all about that cow thing. It's obviously a leather. It's obviously an animal print thing. I'm not too sure about cows, but triple fat, sort of. The red lining. I reckon this winter is all about red, white, and black. What do you say? Red, white, black. What do you say? Red, white, and black? No. There you go. That's what I say.
There you
Drop
go.
that so nicely. Just gonna just show an extra little detail here.
Yeah, show them the detail.
This is a strange detail.
This is
like,
the detail.
Just hold the jacket for me a second, sir. So can somebody in here just tell me why the hell you'd put elasticated straps on the inside?
Why?
Why
is that?
on a hot jacket? Let me tell you why. Because when you're in the rave, yeah, and we all know that when you spend a lot of money on a hot jacket in the rave, and you don't want to put it in. No, you don't want to put it in the cloakroom because you know it's going to get yam. And you don't want to put it on the floor because you get it dirty. That's how you rock your coat when you don't want to wear it.
That's the new age
That's
Batman
the new
in the
age right
playground
there.
business, you know what I mean?
And then when it comes to getting the like, gotta go outside, just slide my arms in and just, now I'm looking. feel like there's a bullock in the rave.
This is some grown-ups Batman in the playground business right here.
No, this is some next level stuff though. It's obviously super warm.
Yeah.
It's obviously super lightweight.
And make some noise for Lisa Marie inside
What a
the
beautiful
place. Thank you,
lady.
darling.
What
Now-
a beautiful lady.
Now, we've talked about Lovesick and we've talked about Scott, but we also have...
The Hated.
The Hated. Now, let's get into some depth with this because these guys...
The Hated.
Yeah, this here, they're their own unique brand, and they're inside the ride as well. It's a fusion of cultural reference
Do you know what I
points.
liked? No, I was speaking to the Hated
Yeah.
earlier on, and he said, and he kind of said it in the little VT, that that's why they're called the Hated. They don't want to be liked. They're like a rebel with a cause in the whole industry.
Love it.
You know, and I like the idea of them coming in, and I'm not being funny, I'm not going to be negative, but everyone knows this flag. This is one of those massive corporate companies that's been
For real.
promoted and supported by underground, by street,
Yeah.
by inner city kids,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't see them putting a penny
Nah.
into helping communities and stuff like that. I just see them rinsing people.
That's right.
You know, and so in a way, that's what real fashion is when you take something and you
100%.
kind of just deconstruct it and reconstruct it
100%.
and give it a purpose and a reason. And so I'm really feeling Hated. There's also...
Wait, let's do this. Because what we're going to say right now is really important to factor in as part of the comments. Okay, we're going to do an auction right now. Because the guys of the Hated, they've done like a limited one-off.
Jeez.
Okay, here we go. Here comes my guy.
Batman's come in.
Right, so on the customization tip, here we go. This is that
That's
very
that
t-shirt.
in the right size for me.
And let's rewind that. At the back, we have
a one-off
personalized graffiti business. These guys are street culture through and through.
If you know about skating crews and skating fashion and that, you know about the Hated. If you don't, you just found out.
Right, so here's the deal. I want you guys to go on the comments and I want you to start auctioning that straight away. Do not sleep on that. I repeat, do not sleep. Norm,
Yo.
thank you so much for coming through. You
Next
smashed
level.
it.
I don't know how we did that because we're just making this shit up as we go along, all right?
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Mr. Normski. Right, without further ado, we ain't going nowhere. We're going to go over to the pod, live inside the ride, drill rapper, Metal Inside. Let's go, G. Yes, Killa Kela's inside the pod, and look who we got. We got my boy METTAL. King Kong Part 2. How you feeling, cuz?
Ready.
Let's go.
Jungle is massive. In the jungle, call me King Kong. Jungle is massive. Woo! Jungle is massive. In the jungle, call me King Kong. Jungle is massive. Jungle is massive. In the jungle, call me King Kong. Jungle is massive. Woo! Jungle is massive. In the jungle, call me King Kong. Jungle is massive. In the jungle, I go ape shit. Rockin' designer babe shit. Never see me in no paid shit. In the grind, I had to take shit. Fast forward, I'm a silverback. My family, I'll kill for that. Stay away from the drawouts. I got more than couple mil to stack. Yes, I'm black, and I'm flipping these packs. It is just me and my axe, me and the G's. Sexy baddie on her knees, tell her to get messy, please. I'm Mr. Freeze, the end's 100 degrees. I'm moving, I mean not cheese, buy me not these. Give me the realest of the real. Niggas are swam me a team. Jungle is massive. In the jungle, call me Jungle is massive. Woo! Jungle is massive. In the jungle, call me King Kong. Jungle is massive. Jungle is massive. In the jungle, call me King Kong. Jungle is massive. Woo! Jungle is massive. In the jungle, call me King Kong. Jungle is massive. Chopping work like on back. I ain't into no long chat. I'm a beast, you're a wombat. Madness, you're not on that. Bitches want me like a didgeridoo. Every day I flip 1 into 2. I paid half a bag for my shoe. All these cowards yellow, Pikachu. Kung Fu bricks, Hong Kong. You're sweeter than a bon. Got your girl doing funk song. Got her sucking on the long john. All these galley call me King Kong. Jogging's what I've been on. Niggas keep on talking my name. Boom, bar, now your chin's gone. Jungle is massive. In the jungle, call me King Kong. Jungle is massive. Woo! Jungle is massive. In the jungle, call me King Kong. Jungle is massive. Woo! Jungle is massive. In the jungle, call me King Kong. Jungle is massive. METTAL. Jungle is massive. In the jungle, call me King Kong. Jungle is massive. Killer.
My G, METTAL inside the place. What do you know? King Kong Part 2. Back over to the studio, man. Big up, my son. How we feeling? We feeling good? My gang. Next guest, let's run now.
Grime MC and all-rounder, the mighty Merkston is touching down inside the podcast. Lyricist and collaborator, we're going to be talking about his current legacy, the grime scene, and a whole lot more.
Oh my God. You know, this is one of those real treats where you think to yourself, I can really get some dons in the place, you know. How are you?
I'm all good, brother. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good. And it's a pleasure to have you, bro, honestly.
Pleasure to be here as well.
How far you travel from?
I come from East today, but I'm deep in Essex.
Essex?
Yeah, but from East, it took a little bit over an hour to get here, but it's sweet.
Yeah, because it's East, isn't it? It's East.
Yeah.
Is that where you originally... Right now I'm about to get all geeky on this shit, because this, bro, like, when did this all start? Have you always been from East London?
Yeah, so I was born in Bow, raised in Bow, and then I just hit a certain age and I decided to leave. But I'm always about my parents, they still live in Bow, so I always float. So I'm an East London at heart, you know what I mean? But I've just shipped out a bit.
Yeah. Your name for me is synonymous. It circulates. It's one of those, ever trusted names. You know what I mean? It comes from a place of authenticity, doesn't it?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? So of its time, when I think of Bow, that's like the cathedral of like grime of its era. You know what I mean? Were you part of the humble beginnings of things?
It's weird because like I've been around from the beginning, but I wasn't always like spitting or nothing like that. So it started in Bow, and there was like a lot of youth clubs. So there was Rough Squad. We was like 14.
Which I remember the early Rough Squad was so sick.
Yeah, so like at that time it was like 14, 15s. Yeah. Then obviously there was the Dizzies, there was the Wileys. We'd listen to them on the radio, see them about, always flexing and whatever else, and then be learning from them sort of thing. So I think it took a while for me to get involved properly. I was always just admiring from the background.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know what you're saying.
I was just learning. So it's cool.
Yeah, there was a real Lord of the Mics era, basement of jammers.
Yeah, exactly. A lot's gone on over the years, man, but I feel like it's progressed into a wonderful place.
It's progressed into, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of German rap. It reminds me of like the era of, you won't know them, but that acts like Sammy Deluxe and, well, you might know them. You know, that there was a real heritage hip hop scene. And what happened was it kind of took over the whole of Germany and all the gas regions. And that was like mid-noughties. Without boring everybody here, but this is what's happening with grime now. It's
It's evolution. So as you can see, it's like, it started from garage and then it went to grime. And then now there's like, probably been 3 or 4 generations after that. So there's all different styles of music, but it's come from like the one form. So it's good, because like hip hop, for instance, there's all different types of hip hop that people listen to. So I feel like with grime, there's different lanes and different things for different people to do.
There really is. And this is the thing that tickles, is like, now you've got different DNA, different areas of, and I think the internet helps raise that. It's like different sample packs and all these means and ways that kind of fuse genres in a way together, don't they?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, social media has played a big part. From like when I started, it literally was this radio, youth clubs, and raves. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, like, you've got so many different resources to use to promote your own things and fuse everything together. So
Use it all together, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually mad. Do you produce yourself? Do you do production?
Nah. Listen, I've tried. It's not for me. I can't mix music. I can't do anything. It's weird because I can't dance or anything. Like, I don't have any, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is just writing. Like, writing for others. I can write for others. I write for myself.
That's one thing also that I find about Merkston is you're a writer's writer, and I kind of said it on the beginning of the VT. It's like that you're very bespoke about the way that you write. Do you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Of course. Collaborations, you've smashed it. Like Wretch 32. I mean, Wretch, for instance, Wretch is a great example of an MC's MC, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
How did that come about, man? How did all
Well,
this?
the history of us is like we used to have a group back in the day called The Movement. So we started that in 2006.
Right.
Yeah, we started that 2006. There started off a lot of us, and then it trimmed down to like 5. So it was me, Get, Scorcher, Wretch, and Devlin.
Scorcher's fire as well. Oh my God,
so we did a lot of work together at that time. Even now, you'll hear us on each other's songs and stuff. So hearing me with Wretch on that tune, it wasn't something that was surprising. It's just maybe the style of the song that we chose to do was something that was a bit like, oh, we didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But we've been working together for years.
Yeah, Scorcher. I've been in the studio with Scorcher. We did something on C Clear. I think it's C Clear now. I'm not sure. It's one of Wiley's records.
I think I remember that tune. Yeah.
And we did. There's a whole bunch of bits and bobs that were on it. But me and Scorcher spent like at least like 8 hours in the studio, and to watch him write, there was a real method to. You know, he quite on his secluded. He's got his space that I think his comfort space that he works in.
Yeah.
It's a very telling sign of.
He's one of the again, like the people I work with. I feel like they're the coldest people.
Yeah.
So like Scorcher, Devs, Gets, Wretch, I feel like we've all learned from each other over the years, you know what I'm saying? Anytime we're doing verses for each other, it always pushes us to another level.
For real.
So
because you're batting on each other.
Yeah, it's like, it's love, but when the track's on, it's...
But you know they're really after you, bro. They're like on you, man.
No one wants to leave with the shittest verse.
They want to work shit. And also and I think that's that athleticism that makes it, makes you work thirsty and makes it,
Yeah. You have to up the levels when you're around them people, so that's how it goes, man.
Did you, in terms of your trajectory and where you're at the moment and where you're going, was this a planned thing? I mean, for kids that are watching, you know what I mean? And, there's a bunch of people out there that, are unfamiliar. This is why I'm being breaking it down from a point of view, because not everyone knows about the ins and outs, the intrinsics of grime. Did you expect this to really, take you to the point where you are now, where you and all of your peers are, on this? What was your trajectory? What was it?
Do you know what's mad? I feel like when I started it was just all for fun. Honestly, even when I was put out my first few releases, although you do make money back from what you put out, it wasn't about that. It was just about showcasing what I could do, and just having fun with it. I feel like for the whole of my career, I've always just been having fun with what I put out. There's never been no pressure on what I put out. so it doesn't make me make mad decisions in the type of sound that I give to the world. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
where it is now is good, and I feel like the control over what you put out now with all the artists, it's like we're in a great space whereby you kind of don't need no one to do your thing. You can just be straight to consumer.
We're super lucky, man.
Yeah, it's cold, man.
There's not a day that goes by. I mean, look at this now. This
Exactly.
whole, on its own is just like madness. We've got like, how many, like 60 people here, all just buzzing, got them all together. And bear in mind, I might just add as well, we were in a different location up until 11 o'clock today. We were meant to be up the...
I saw your post. It's mad. I got a lot of emails that I haven't opened, thousands. So I got updated by email, but I missed it. But I saw your post, so that's cool.
It's just like react, and like, so we did. We come here, and it's just, arguably, we're in a much better place. And
it's cool vibes in there, man.
Cool vibes, right?
Yeah, 100.
And it's because of like you and everyone else that comes through with the immediacy and making it happen. It's just quick.
Yeah.
What's next? What's going on? What's
next? What's next is the album, man. We've had the album ready for a little while now. We're just.
When's that come out?
I don't want to give the dates away right now, but it's definitely but it's definitely coming soon, like very soon. I mean, like we're done. We're completely done. We've shot some videos already.
Yeah.
We're potentially gonna do another. Everything's done. It's mastered. It's done. We're ready.
Bro,
to go,
fearless MCs out here. Fearless artistry right here.
Yeah. So yeah, the album's called Top Tier.
Top Tier.
Expect it to be exactly what it is on the title. What the title is, yeah. So there's no games being played, man. Seriously, it's that time.
Yeah, it's on here. Fighting words.
Yeah, it's that time now.
Listen, thank you so much for passing through, Merkston.
My pleasure, man.
It means the world, honestly, my man.
Respect.
Would you please make some noise? Yeah. Merkston inside the place. Gang Alonia. Wow. That was something special. But check this out, there's more specials on the floor. SJ, run it.
Hi, so I'm with Nate from the Flow Poets. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing this evening?
Yeah, good, thank you. Looking forward to the evening, actually.
Would you like to recite me a poem?
Okay, yeah, sure. All right.
No, wait. Can it be about me?
I can't do one about you, because that would mean I have to make it up on the spot. And I'm not really an improv poet like that. I've got like a pre-written that I can share, if that's okay. Is that going to work?
That's okay.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay. All right. Listen, on the way up, I'm seeing more unity, more networking and creating opportunities. See, nation building really starts with our communities. Build up a desire, put us back up where we used to be. How far we've come, our father's sons. All black men, barring none, hold scars from young. Go back further in your story and see brothers draped in jewellery. Way before T'Challa, Mansa Musa lived the movie scene. Empowerment is economic. Focus on them Lizzies and how fast they leave your wallet. Give away your energy, you give away your strength. Plus I know some brothers and they honestly do want it. Spend it with your people when you have the urge to spend. Give it to your brothers and your sisters and your friends. If you start a business and your countenance is black, then the circle you've just paid into will pay you back. I'm watching us grow as we look out for each other. Treat women as sisters and the older ones as mothers. Always show respect for the ones you take as lovers, but show the same respect when they're not under the covers. Don't be sour if you ask her for a number, it's a no. Love is work, take the opportunity to grow. Focus on your passion, maybe stack a little dough. Wise women only mingle once you've kindled up your glow. Escalate step by step, elevate with me. Utilize retrospect, you can rise quickly. Distribute the cream to your team till they're crispy. Give your own circle that cash you gave Disney. Wisdom of the older ones, receive it with respect, because once they can't relate it, you'll be tainted with regrets. And while these other nations stay proclaiming what they've got, we're remaining patient, escalating to the top. Thank you very much. My pen's purpose is to elevate your mental state. Incline your ear, allow me to present the way. See, in my community, we usually articulate. I mean, some don't, but they represent the reprobates. This is light work. My words come naturally. Flow is on lock. My pen speaks back to me. Strike the page like I'm trying to light the stage. Actually, the way I spit fire, swear a lighter's no match for me. I'm blessed with the awakened tongue of an ancient one. Aware of where I'm hailing from, so I face the sun. Shortly I'll be seen moving back across the seas because I finally read the truth once I blacked off the green. Now I slice verbs, chop words, dice synonyms. If I got some herb by the pot, then I'll fling it in. Improving my condition is the future I'm envisioning, surrounded by the stars, be they lyrical or Michelin. Flow could never dry up, I keep company with shower men. Skin is black, notice that the focus is empowerment. True, I might use the mic to vent every now and then, cause I'm a poet first. Flow is water and I'm flowering. My pen knows wisdom, understand I'm a G. Check your top 5 on numbers 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, and 6, once you calculate the sum, minus 20, that's my pen, see, I amalgamate to 1. Nate the lyricist, thank you.
Nate the lyricist inside. What are you saying on that? You guys good? You feeling good? Hey, Nate, do me a favour. Can you just grab that funny little plate right there? Because there's some people out there that aren't aware of the competition that's been going on. Right, you ready to do this? Right, so we're going to give you 10 seconds, all right? And you've got to look at all the things that are going to be on this plate right now. 10 seconds, and put them all on a comment, and you're going to win yourself a trip on the Thames. Are you ready? Don't forget, put them on a comment. First person to put on a comment gets a trip. 3, 2, 1, go. Get the fuck out of here. Act like you don't know, okay? Once again, don't forget to share and all that business. Right, we're going to go over VT, right? We had a real memorable moment where we got to see off one of the greatest UK hip-hop acts this country has known. We're a little bit over time, but we don't mind because this is all for a good cause. A few more things after this, but right about now, would you please pay homage, salute, and massive respect for what's on next? The farewell show from Foreign Beggars. Go ahead.
We are at the garage, Brent Islington, for the final swan song, the last show from the Foreign Beggars. This is 1/3 of the trilogy right here, inside the place Metropolis. How are we, Reggie? To say we've known each other from the jump is
long time, you get me?
The D-Day is here, the big party.
D-Day, man. My first Beggars show was on the 11th of December, 2003.
2003?
A Silent Speakers launch party.
You've always been in the periphery, the scene. You've always... Do you know what I mean? It doesn't even fathom thinking when you started. It's like, it's just nuts. How's it feel for you that after all this time and such heavy successes, bro, like, how's it feeling right now to know that this is the last of the stint of shows?
Do you know what? It's like, I don't even think I've even really thought about it like that, you know? Because this year's just been like mental and we've just been like, we've just been like going for our business and stuff. But like, it's pretty special. And just the response that I'm getting from people that are hitting me up and being like, oh, raw, I can't believe it, like, end of an era, this, that, and the next bit, it's mad. But to me, it's like, we are all still continuing what we're doing anyway. We've always been on our own wave, innit? We've always been like, okay, cool, like, everyone thinks we're gonna do this, but we're gonna do this, yeah? So it's like, this is just a continuation of that, and we're still gonna be present. I'm doing my thing, I know P's doing his thing. So yeah, to me, it's just like, it's evolution. It's a moment of evolution.
We thought we'd take a little retreat for a second, just get some food on the go with the Pavy. When you talk about figureheads and frontmen and the dynamic of MCs within a crew and collective, nothing comes more rapid fire than this man. It's true though, isn't it? The dynamics of you guys as a crew is... I mean, it's textbook hip-hop.
Yeah, I mean, it's two MCs and a DJ, do you know what I'm saying?
But you're high, more rapid, he's more low, more conscious.
Is it? Actually, okay, cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
In a real Tropical Quest kind of way.
Yeah. There is that super dynamic. I mean, I think it definitely kind of pulls us together, and Foreign Beggars has been a compromise of both of us, because if it was me, I'd just be like, freak show, but if it was just you, it would be like super deep. So we got the balance of like You know, it's like a woke crackhead, basically. I mean, yeah, it is fucking sad. I mean, it's been 18 years, and for me, it's always been like my fucking baby. You know, it's been my dream. You know, and it's been my life's work. You know, and it's quite deep because it's if it was up to me, it wasn't necessarily my choice to fucking, you know, lock it off completely. But with the turn of events and the way everything's come about and all of that stuff, it seems like the smart thing to do.
DJ No Names inside the place. Well, how are you?
I'm alright, man.
Yeah. The last one. What you think? How you feeling? What's in your head?
To be honest, I'm just thinking about the show right now, as always. But yeah, it's the last London show. The last UK show is in Sheffield.
Sheffield, that's the last one.
That's the last UK one. And the last ever show is in New Zealand on New Year's Eve.
As the DJ's gone through so much transitions with the group and different genres, different...
Yeah, man. I think, you know, we've always just, all three of us, been excited about different areas of UK music, in particular, all kinds of music, really. And I think that's kind of always been represented in our show, you know.
Oh, yeah, so we're backstage here, lively, loads of people to talk to. Let's see who's inside, come on. Original fixtures inside the Killa Kela Podcast with my G's.
There's a crazy energy in the building just because, like, I can't quite get my head around it, to be fair. It's an event tonight, man.
Dirty Dyke, how you feeling?
Pissed.
Look who we found. It's only fucking Illa, man, isn't it? Huh? What are you saying? Audra, Kai, inside the place. Killa Kels. Kai's are inside the place. How you feeling?
Good, man. Bless you.
You knew it was going to be trouble, and we found some. Good, please, skinny man. Killa P inside the place.
Yeah. Big up yourself, my family, man. There's enough respect.
How are you?
Yeah. Busy as fuck, but we're here.
Foreign Beggars, they cross-pollinate with genres, they cross streams all the time.
Yeah.
And
you know why? Do you know what that is? Because good people, like Foreign Beggars, build good bridges.
How are you? What's going on?
We're good. We are seeking Christ consciousness within, so we're very well. Very well.
Would you like a slice of honey dealing with the police? Pledge, ridiculously large. Yeah, he gets hold of the L. So some of us holding up. Yo, but they got on board the hold of this L. So not watch your back or watch his old bell. Yeah, he gets hold of the L. So some of us holding up. Yo, but they got on board the hold of this L. So not watch your back or watch his old bell.
This guy, he has taught me so much about the music game, and he has helped so many fucking young artists come up. Make some fucking noise for Uncle Robin.
Well, that's it. End of an era, end of a time, end of a show. Foreign Beggars. Their legacy will live on through generations and generations of those they've inspired, man. Big shout out to Pav, big shout out to Metropolis, big shout out to No Names. You know who you are, who was inside the ride. Thank you very much for the music, man. Peace out, Foreign Beggars. Killa Kels.
Skinny man, Perry Prime, listen to the fucking Kela Podcast. Pulse, yo, listen. Perry Prime, Skinny man, boom, bang. Check out the Killa Kela Podcast. It's a God blast. Respect.
Once again, big shout out to Foreign Beggars. It was so important we got that across, man. Right, we have one more special guest and a live performance, and without further ado, from Miami, Florida, Twan, a Dawn inside the place.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, my friend, you certainly didn't bring the weather with you, did you?
Yo, you see, I got about 4 layers on, man. I wasn't ready for this weather, man.
Bro.
I'm used to the 90-degree weather, man. It's crazy out here.
MC, performer, writer.
Yeah.
This is your bag, and you travel the world doing what you do.
Yes, exactly.
That's a real fucking luxury, isn't it?
Yeah,
you
it really is.
Yeah. When did it all begin?
About 10 years ago. I started making music when I was 11 years old.
11?
Yeah, recorded my first song at 13, but I wrote my first song at 11. So it's been about 10, 11 years. Yeah.
So it's almost like fluidity. It's like it becomes you. That's just what you do.
Exactly. It became second nature.
Fuck, man. And so look, we've seen the pre-roll. We've seen you talking with SJ, and the vibe is nice. But I want to know where it all began. I want to know what, like, how did you come into this place where, like, you're able to, for kids that are watching, you know, how did you get into this place where you're able to travel and do your thing and get recognized, like doing this thing now?
Honestly, is you put in what you want to get out. If you want it as bad, you're going to do whatever it takes in order to make it happen.
Yeah.
I pride myself on that. If you want it, you're going to go get it no matter what. Like, I was in a situation where at the time when I first planned this trip, I wasn't able to go because financially wise, but I grinded, stuck to it, and made it happen. Now I'm here.
Yeah, bro, I mean, like, London in all seasons is like spring break Miami holiday season. It's like it's always high. So it costs so much to get around, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. But I'm enjoying it, man. I'm loving the city.
Big shout out to my boy DJ Craze as well. You
Shout out to him,
like,
yes.
Yeah. I put you on him today, right?
Yeah, you did, man. I looked into him. He done some dope work over the past.
This guy is crazy. And Miami's like got this really interesting scene. Like the whole kind of Miami bass, fidget, but also they were really quick, almost on a drill style rap, weren't they? They were ahead of that. Like super fast.
Yeah, at one point, we kind of accustomed to styles very quickly, so you may hear some style one moment, then it just quickly changes over the course of 3-4 years, because Miami is a fast-paced scene. Like, we move on to the next thing like this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's the biggest scene right now in Miami?
Right now, Trap kind of the real big scene right now.
I can just picture it now, man.
Yeah, we go crazy.
Is it
with
Robson?
the trap.
Is it Robson? Or I can't remember the name of the road. The main road that goes along the beach. There's this main.
Biscayne? Biscayne or Collins, but Biscayne is. Collins, okay, Collins Avenue.
Yeah, bro. Like I still hear it's such a vibe on a Friday, Saturday night.
Yeah, especially the weekends. Beautiful. Yeah.
Crazy. I've had my stint in Miami.
Yeah, I bet you enjoyed it too.
I had the best time ever, bro. Yeah. But it also feels like a very Mediterranean place.
Yeah.
Because of the Spanish influence. It's a heavy Spanish influence.
Heavy. Yeah, there's a lot of Spanish areas. Little Havana, Hialeah, has a heavy Spanish influence. So
do you think that influences your music? Clearly it does, but do you think there is a real significant twist in Miami rap compared to anywhere else?
Yeah, of course. Like I said, we pride ourselves on just moving at a fast pace, and we add our twist in many ways. So when you hear Miami, you know it's Miami. When you hear our music, you know it's Miami. We just have our own style, our own twist, our own flavor to things.
That's so sick. Yeah. And that's what I love about like scenes, is like they incubate this, this design, and then all of a sudden it goes clear. Someone takes the fire and then just throws it out there.
Yeah. And just run with it.
Aside from yourself, who do we need to look out for in the Florida area?
After Death Society is a collective I'm a part of. We're doing great things in the Miami scene. So check us out. Yeah, be on the lookout. We're going to be doing major things in the upcoming years.
And we're going to see days.
Yeah, the upcoming days. Real soon.
And you're going to come back here again soon, I hope?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, then you must come and say hello to me.
Oh, yes, you know I got you, man.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please make some noise for Twan and Dawn?
Thank you so much.
Hey. Right, so listen, we've got one more live act and we're out. We're running over time, but that's okay. Would you please make some? I tell you what, no, we're gonna go VT. Let's go over to Tommy Evans' last live performance. Let's do that, G. Yes, live and direct inside the Beatbox. We got my G Tommy Evans with the Flow H2O. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, let's do it. Study my game, my flow's blood in your veins. Puddles of rain, flooding your pain. A biblical deluge, flooding your plains. Rugged terrain, only rubble remains. I'm mainstream submerged under the ground. A cumbersome, cumulus cloud, this king reigns. Precipitation comes down, accompanied by thunderous sounds. I'm found in fountains, jumping around, infernal dowsing. High tides rise, high rise, car high guys try mountains. The vortex who's caught next, inside of my downspin, 1,000 flows to drown in. Get engulfed, pulled gold in my streams, my color scheme wavy, ultramarine, multiple greens, sapphire bright blue, my flow's cold, spit ice cubes, forget armies, I got tsunamis and typhoons times 2 that strike soon, Thames barrier smash right through, my flow's H2O, your flow's way too old, my flow's way too cold, my flow range you don't, my flow's H2O, your flow's lame you know, my flow sprays and soaks, I make waves, H2O flows, I spit so cold you're frozen stiff, erode your coasts and cliffs, swallow your boats and ships, overboard float adrift, of course in ocean mist, got source try clone my drip, you can't come close to it. From A4 to waveforms, I brainstorm, rains pour, use flow to say more than water metaphors. Example A, conquistadors, gangs on waves, vessels anchored in bays, ankles entangled in chains, saltwater tongues mangling names, call it the triangular trade. Fast forward, star-spangled banners are raised and waved in the land of the brave. Ample anger and pain will diminish, car extinguished, candle flames. Players ain't standing for anthems today, demanding standards are raised. Stanzas will spray, don't stand in my rain with sandals and spades. Best bet, scramble away. Earth with deserted barren. Earthlings disturb the balance. Go search and scavenge. Quench your thirst with gallons. My flow's H2O. Your flow's way too old. My flow's way too cold. My flow range you don't. My flow's H2O, your flow's lame you know, my flow sprays and soaks, I make waves, H2O flows, I spit, so cold you're frozen stiff, swallow your boats and ships, erode your coasts and cliffs, of course in ocean mist, got source try clone my drip, you can't come close to it, you can't come close to it, close to it. Tommy Evans, Anti-Fragile.
My guy, Tommy Evans, inside the place, ricocheting off all the walls. Back over to the studio. This is only part of the crew. And listen, I really have to say a big thank you to everyone because at 12 o'clock this afternoon, we actually didn't have a venue. Now we've got one of the greatest venues and we've got a team that completely and utterly supports the cause. Would you please make some noise for my friends right here? Yeah. Big shout out to Alessandro. Big shout out to Beatbox Collective. Big shout out to Merkston. Big shout out to Anthony. Big shout out to Lita. Big shout out to SJ. Big shout out to Guam. Big shout out to Joe, big shout out to James. We've got so many people inside. Big shout out to Michael. Big shout out to the Hated Gang. Big shout out to all the fashion good. Big shout out to Mr. Normski. And what's most important, big shout out to Twan the Dawn, all area crew inside. Thank you so much for having us. We'll be back next month. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's a really big guest act. Because it's Christmas, okay? Take care of yourselves. Peace.